Okay, so we're about to kasher the counters and the sink, at least the dairy sink and the water filter, okay? Now, prior to kashering, all of this was cleaned very thoroughly 24 hours ago, more than 24 hours ago. Then we had this plastic up, like this, which is still on this side. The plastic was up to make sure that nobody would use it, nobody would use the sinks, nobody would put anything down on the counters. So that's the halacha. You have to wash it very, very thoroughly and then let it sit for 24 hours. Then, following that, what we're going to do now is called Hagalah. We're going to be pouring boiling water onto these countertops, okay? And now what this is going to do, it's going to pull out any taste that might be stuck in these counters. However, since these counters can't really be kasher because there's plastic and other stuff in here, we're going to cover it over with tin foil anyway. Okay, so we're doing both of those things. Now, what is the kashering for? The kashering is for just in case, if over Pesach it gets wet underneath, that, and I put a hot pot down on the tin foil and taste could transfer, this is going to take out any of that taste that may be there. But if you cover your counters with a thick plastic or boards, you do not need to kasher, you just need to clean them well. Okay, we have the water boiling. I'm holding it down, but you need to use a glove to keep it boiling very, very strong. And then I'm going to just pour all over this area. This is the whole area where hot things go. And just stand back and then... Okay. Okay, we're good up to here. Okay. Second, I don't want the sink to get hot because we're rinsing off the sink with cold water. Okay. And we're just going to move all of this water into the sink. Okay, stop.
Go.
Okay, we're going to do the sinks now. They've been cleaned very, very thoroughly and not used for 24 hours. We changed the heads for Pesach completely, and these, I'm going to kasher the, whatever you call that pipe, but we don't take it out for Pesach. It's clean, but we just keep it in the whole time. Okay, so I'm going to start from like the back and work my way around and down the sides, hopefully with one thing. Okay. Watch out.
Right here, buddy. I know. Oh no. I'm so scared. What?
Okay, so what we're going to do right now is kasher the oven. I'm calling these grates. People call it different things. I call this the grate. I don't know if that's really what it's called, but we're going to kasher this right now. Now, prior to what we did right now, this was washed very, very well with an abrasive cleanser. If you live in Israel, so we use St. Moritz. In America, you have to use something else. But this was washed very, very well with an abrasive cleanser, and then it was let to sit for 24 hours. Now what we're going to do is called libun kal. Libun chamur that's when you use a blowtorch and you make something white hot. That's like self-cleaning. That's not going to get that hot over here. For libun chamur, you don't even need to wash it in advance. That's like you just self-clean it and it's done. For libun kal does the same thing as putting it into boiling water. So you put it over the fire like this, upside down, right? You can see how it is, and then you turn the fire onto the highest, as high as it goes. There's a piece of tin foil over here that was folded up, I think. You see, yeah, can you pass that to me? And then that's fine. Then I just kind of put this on top to keep the heat in, and then obviously don't touch it anymore. And then we leave this here for about 15 minutes. And then libun kal, what it means is it's enough, the Chazal say kash is nisraf, that straw burns. So what you could do is you take a piece of crepe paper or something like that, or a tissue. You don't need to do this. I'm telling you, I tested it, so if you do this, it works. But you put it on the highest fire and you leave it like this for 15 minutes. If you would take paper and put it against it, it would singe the paper, and that's enough, and then it's kashered. Okay, cleaned, sat for 24 hours, turned on the highest, like this, keeping in the heat 15 minutes. Be very, very careful, do one at a time, otherwise you could get burned. Okay.